Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Plunder countless talents, I became a god. Chapter 91. This efficiency is too low. You must know that Holy Land in the forest can obtain more than 1,000 energy in only about 2 hours, and the energy consumption is not too much. It seems that each secret realm is still very different. It is understandable that the original plot is changed without knowing the specific details, and unexpected things happen. Lin Luo looked at the 5 black-robed mages standing on the side commanding. Cursing secretly in his heart, it turned out that there were 5 old Biden lazing around. He suddenly shouted to them, "Come here. Sir Messenger, what are your orders?" The old necromancer hurried over, looking a little confused. "Don't be lazy, and help me refine the ashes of the dead together." The 5 of them were a little dumbfounded. They were high-level necromancers. How could they do such simple trivial matters? "What is this? Go quickly, otherwise I will make you look good when I return to witch cult." Lin Luo scolded in a low voice, and then said, "You guys with small arms and legs are dragging the corpse too slowly. Black Emperor, go and help. You guys just stand here and refine mourning for me, or ashes will be fine." His momentum at this moment calmed these people down, and they immediately joined the team refining ashes of the dead without saying a word. The Black Emperor also flew out directly, grabbed 2 corpses from the coffins in the mausoleum with one hand, then swung them hard and threw them directly to these necromancers. With these 5 senior necromancers joining the team of processing supplied materials, and the Black Emperor took over their heavy work of carrying corpses. The speed of refining ashes of the dead suddenly increased. Lin Luo nodded with satisfaction when he saw this. At this moment, he suddenly remembered something. His eyes glanced around the dim underground hall. But he didn't realize that the woman in the red wedding dress was slacking off somewhere. Deeper in the busy tomb chamber. In the dark space of the tomb, a magic circle was emitting faint energy fluctuations. The Lich Bride, who was wearing a bright red close-fitting wedding dress, was constantly dancing in the void with her hands. This place is still too far away from the witch cult. It's really troublesome to establish contact. But the messenger always seems a little strange. It's better to confirm. As time passed slowly, a circle of pitch-black flames suddenly ignited out of thin air in the void above the magic circle. A vague figure appeared in the middle of the flames. A hoarse and cold voice came from it. "Why, is there something wrong with you? You are contacting me at this time." The Lich Bride explained respectfully, "Sir, please forgive me for disturbing you. Nothing happened on our side. On the contrary, after getting your help, we have repelled the eagle dogs of the Empire." "Help? What help?" The figure in the center of the flame fell silent slightly. The Lich Bride had a bad premonition in her heart and hurriedly said, "Sir, didn't you send a Destined One over to help us?" "Destined Ones? The Destined Ones in the sect all have their own tasks. How can anyone be free to come and help you?" The figure in the middle of the flame seemed to realize something, and the emotion in his tone obviously fluctuated slightly. "What exactly happened over there?" The Lich Bride hurriedly told the strange things that happened on her side, and also used water mirror technique to show the scene of the mourner's ashes being refining in the underground palace, showing it to everyone. "The Lord watches." Quote? The figure in the middle of the round black flame was slightly silent, obviously feeling a little strange about this. He thought for a long time before saying, "I don't know this person. There is no such person in the witch cult. But you said that he helped you repel the Knights Templar and killed a legion commander. Is this an enemy or a friend?" Although mourner's ashes can restore the power of heroic spirits, powerful heroic spirits are rare, so this thing is of little use to us. In addition, as heroic as you described, heroic spirits are even rarer. Do you think he can actually contract with several of them? It's incredible. After thinking about it over and over again, he felt like he couldn't turn his head around. The Lich Bride did not expect that the situation this time would be so complicated, so she quickly asked for instructions. "Sir, what should we do? He killed people from the Empire, which means he is an enemy of the Empire. If he just needs the ashes of the mourners, then you will satisfy him. But one thing is more troublesome, that is, what happened there has been exposed. The death of the Legion commander may attract more powerful enemies. You must complete the refining of Frost Dragon as soon as possible, and then leave quickly." After the dark figure pondered for a moment, he seemed to have thought of a way. Let's do this, you invite him to the witch cult, and if he needs the ashes of the deceased, you can give him as much as he wants. Okay, I understand. The Lich Bride bowed respectfully, then waved her hand to disconnect. The newly refined 6 copies of Ashes of the Deceased plus the 5 copies just now are barely good. Lin Luo looked at the old Biden necromancer in front of him. With an ugly smile, he respectfully presented the black box containing the fresh ashes. Well done, thank you for your hard work. Come on, keep refining, do you understand? After receiving the praise, the smile on the necromancer's face became even more ugly. He quickly nodded and bowed and said, it's not hard, it's not hard. Lin Luo looked at his figure leaving quickly and couldn't help but touched his chin with satisfaction. With the addition of these 5 obviously more powerful people, and the replacement of these weak mages by the Black Emperor to carry the corpses, the speed of refining the ashes of the dead has been increased to the point where 1 copy can be refined in half an hour. I believe that as long as they continue to work hard, Lin Luo will be able to achieve energy freedom as soon as possible. Just when he felt a little hungry and wanted a steaming spicy burger, he caught a glimpse of a red figure out of the corner of his eye, and he suddenly became excited and said, where have you been slacking off? Why don't you come over and work quickly? What a joke. Lin Luo treats men and women equally. Even if you have a good figure, you can't fish for 2 hours, right? There's no reason why you're paid to poop for so long. Lin Luo saw that the woman did not speak, but stopped 10 meters away from him. He suddenly felt something was wrong in his heart. Excuse me, who are you? What is your purpose of sneaking into our place? This weird woman spoke, but her tone was no longer respectful, but filled with a hint of doubt. Lin Luo's heart skipped a beat, and he instantly understood that he had been exposed, but he quickly calmed down. There was not much hostility in the other party's tone, and it seemed that he was not in a hurry to take action. When he thought of this, he said calmly, I didn't sneak into your place. Didn't you bring me in? The Lich Bride was silent for a moment. When she thought about it carefully, she realized that everything was indeed their own fault. And this man never said that he was the messenger of the witch cult from beginning to end. Her tone softened slightly, regaining a touch of charm and tact. I am the Lich Bride under Witch Cult Witch of Desire, what do you call me? Lin Luo said, Black Emperor. The Lich Bride thought about it carefully, and there seemed to be no such powerful person in her memory, but she quickly continued, Your Excellency, Black Emperor, since the Empire is our unified enemy, why don't we join forces? We still have a lot of the ashes of the deceased that you need in the witch cult. As long as you are willing to come back with me as a guest, we can offer you enough the ashes of the deceased. Lin Luo didn't expect the plot to develop like this. What kind of development is this? In his previous life, he followed other players to explore secret realms and followed the plot well. Usually the plot ends after killing the boss. This is the first time that the plot seems to be able to continue to expand. Go back to witch cult with you to get ashes. If you don't let me go, wouldn't it be troublesome? Although he is very strong now, if the masters in witch cult are too high level, he has no confidence that he can defeat them one by one. After thinking for a moment, he said, It's enough for you to refine some more ashes of the dead for me. As for returning to witch cult with you, I'll wait until you complete the share I need. The Lich Bride hesitated and said, How many copies do you need? Lin Luo said, 20 servings minimum. The Lich Bride quickly shook her head and said, It's too late. You killed the Temple Legion commander in the afternoon. The Empire must have sent experts now. We need to start refining Frost Dragon again immediately. We can't waste any more. It's time to help you refine the ashes of the deceased. Lin Luo frowned slightly and said, What are you afraid of? I will naturally kill the strong men of the Empire when they come. You just need to refine the ashes of the dead for me. Anyway, it costs nothing to brag. By the time the powerful men from the Empire arrive, he will have already killed these necromancers and run away. However, this time Lich Bride did not agree, but said firmly, It's not that I look down on you, but the person who comes this time must be a strong person of level 3. This kind of person is not on the same level as us. I'm really sorry. We can no longer refine the ashes of the deceased for you. Lin Luo didn't expect that this cowhide could not suppress this woman. As expected, women are not easy to deceive, but old Biden is easier to fool. He sighed softly in his heart and walked towards the other party slowly. This action made Lich Bride slightly startled, her delicate body suddenly tensed. What do you want to do, Your Excellency? Lin Luo took out a steaming KFC from the space crystal. What you said makes sense, I agree to go back with you. Don't be nervous. Let's eat first. You haven't eaten this before, have you? The Lich Bride smelled the cold air, and suddenly there was an unimaginable aroma. This scent actually activated her long-lost appetite for food. She asked in disbelief. What is this? This wonderful smell reminded her of her memories in the palace before she became a lich. But those delicacies were not as tempting as the weird bag in front of her, and she couldn't help but start to look forward to the delicious food inside. Lin Luo walked up to her, took out a burger and handed it to her. Are you hungry? Eat it. Let's talk after eating. The Lich Bride stretched out her pale hands to take it, then opened the wrapping paper. After a slight hesitation, she put the burger under the red hijab and took a gentle bite. An unimaginable deliciousness exploded in her mouth. What kind of food is this? It's so delicious. Ah, you. Lin Luo gently inserted the guardian short blade into her body and said calmly, fighting skill, flame-devouring wave sword. Infinite sword chi. The two mixed powers instantly exploded in this woman's body. Just as she was about to make any move, countless flying wind sword gang shot out directly from her body. Congratulations to the player. You killed the Lich Bride and you gained 3,640,000 experience points. Killing NPCs above level 6 will gain 700% experience points. Wish. 100 battles effect. Killing monsters will gain 200% experience points. Quote. After Lin Luo heard the prompt, he drew his knife and walked away without any hesitation, and quickly rushed towards the mages in the distance who had not yet reacted. At the same time, Black Emperor used the corpse in his hand as a weapon and rushed directly into the group of mages. Suddenly all kinds of wails, curses, and orders sounded out one after another. Ma, help me, why did you suddenly kill someone? What happened? Where did the enemy come from? Lord Messenger's heroic spirit is out of control. No, that's not a messenger, it's an enemy. Let's take action. Our undead army is still on the ground, run away. Lin Luo looked at these necromancers who were fleeing with cold eyes, and went up to kill them indiscriminately. Finally, a black-robed mage turned around to face him, took out a staff from his sleeves, and shot a black ray at him. Death coil. Lin Luo was about to escape, but he saw that the black ray tracked up automatically like a living thing, and directly wrapped around him, which made him stunned. Jia, you, an assassin, are dead after being hit by my death coil. Your heroic spirit will naturally disappear without its master. The black-robed mage laughed strangely. Blue-silver entanglement, what a rubbish skill, break it for me. Lin Luo's magic defense is indeed not high, but his health points are a full 44,360 points. This more than 1,000 magic damage does not matter at all. When the black-robed mage saw the other party, he actually broke free of his death coil without any injuries, as if he had torn off a rope, which made him dumbfounded. At the moment when he hesitated, his chest hurt, and countless sword energy shot out from his body. The next moment, he had lost all strength and slowly fell to the ground softly. But before he died, he still murmured unwillingly. This speed is definitely that of an assassin. Why is death coil useless to him? It took Lin Luo and 2 combat substitutes less than half a minute to almost clear the entire underground mausoleum. While he was searching for survivors, he suddenly heard an old angry voice sounding from the other side of the giant dragon's skeleton. Resurrection. Frost Dragon. Destroy this despicable assassin. Not good. Lin Luo's heart skipped a beat when he saw 2 groups of faint blue flames suddenly light up in the skull of the silent dragon skeleton, followed by a sound of shaking mountains. The skeleton of the frost dragon seemed to be infused with soul at this moment, and it suddenly got up from the ground. Its huge body directly seemed to crack the top of the hall. At this moment, as it woke up, its attributes were immediately detected by Lin Luo. Open black lens bracket frost dragon close black lens bracket. Status. Incomplete. Open black lens bracket level. 35 close black lens bracket. Attack power. 480. Agility. 89. Defense. 520. Health value, 90,000. Experience value, 360,000. Skill, 1. Frost breath sprays extremely cold dragon breath, causing 600 to 950 points of magic damage to the target and causing slow movement. However, due to the incomplete state, activating this skill will consume the health of Frost Dragon. 2. Crushing claw attack kill prey ferociously, causing 500 to 600 points of physical damage and suppress targets with insufficient strength. 3. Dragon roar stuns targets with insufficient willpower and reduces the target's combat effectiveness by 10% minus 20%. Sure enough, it meets the difficulty level of 30 to 35. Lin Luo felt relieved when he saw the properties of this panel. This frost dragon has a huge size, but its strength is not much stronger than the ugly monster commander. Black Emperor our main attack. Kagaya, go kill that old master Biden first. Lin Luo greeted him, and then he and Black Emperor rushed forward from both sides at the same time. When the frost dragon saw these two provocateurs, it suddenly let out a burst of dragon roar and then a large-scale frost breath. Lin Luo was surrounded by densely packed frozen wind sword gang like a meat grinder, instantly crushing the frost breath in the sky and then led him to continue rushing forward. The Black Emperor on the other side crossed his hands directly on the spot and withstood the wave of damage. You're the only one who can bark, right? Savage roar, 30%. Lin Luo braved frost breath and rushed directly to the huge frost dragon, suddenly opened his mouth and let out a thunderous savage roar. Frost dragon had just finished breathing, and at this moment, the huge body fell into a brief stiffness after being roared like this. Earth shattered, 30%. Bow down. Lin Luo seized this opportunity and instantly flew up into the air. He hit the frost dragon on the head with a sword, causing its raised head to hit the ground again. Black Emperor finally rushed forward at this time, and in an instant countless fist shadows hit its eyes. Ola 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 ola, ola ola ola, ola ola ola, ouch! The frost dragon was seriously injured and was about to raise its head again when the sword energy composed of countless flying wind sword gang washed down from the air like a long river and hit it hard on the head, pushing its just raised head down again. Press down. Wanjian Chaozong, Sword Chi Chang, Fighting Skill, Flame Devouring Wave Sword, 60%. Destruction of Deathlight, 60%. Frenzy Dance, 30%. Ola 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 ola, ola ola ola, ola ola ola. Lin Luo's countless bursts of skills, combined with Black Emperor's violent punches, forced Frost Dragon to scream in agony. At this moment, the scream of the old Biden necromancer finally sounded not far away. Soon, Kagaya also joined the group fighting Frost Dragon. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Frost Dragon was beaten in turn by 3 people. He was beaten so hard that he didn't even have the chance to open his mouth and activate his skills again. He soon died miserably in the underground mausoleum. Congratulations, player. You killed Frost Dragon and you gained 6,480,000 experience points. Killing NPCs above level 8 will gain 900% experience points. Wish. 100 battles effect. Kill monsters and gain 200% experience points. Quote. Congratulations player, you have reached level 28. Ha, this big guy's health bar is really thick. Lin Luo's chest rose and fell, breathing heavily, and he slowly fell from the air surrounded by sword energy. He first added all 4 attribute points to agility, raising his agility from 218 to 222. Then he put 2 skill points on the skill 10,000 Swords Chaozong, raising this skill from level 9 to level 11. Wanjian Chaozong LV11, up pointing arrow 2 when the Gale Sword Gang is superimposed to 40 layers down pointing arrow 2 layers or more. 13 up pointing arrow 2 Gale Sword Gang will be automatically generated every second, and the sword energy can be shot out, summon back without loss. Close black lens bracket. As long as this skill continues to improve, the consumption will eventually be reduced to the minimum, reaching the realm of endless sword energy, and it can also greatly increase the frequency of attacks. If 10 rays of sword energy are shot out at the same time as 100 rays of sword energy, will the result be the same? As for the Sword Chi Shield that improves defense, it is of little use for the time being. After all, the best defense is offense. As for Sword Chi River, which increases the attack power of each Sword Chi, there is not much demand for the time being. After all, he can also increase the attack power by plundering, and it is faster. Okay, my family, come out. It's your turn to work. Lin Luo looked at the messy underground palace, clapped his hands happily, and summoned all his substitutes. It stinks, master. Mayor wants to go back. Succubus Queen. As soon as this little loli came out, she covered her nose and threw herself back into his arms, clamoring to go back. The Lord of Prayer came out and went straight to pick up the loot. No, go and work for me. Lin Luo flicked his finger on Succubus Queen's forehead and said seriously. Wow, Sister Kagaya, the master is bullying me. Queen Succubus was shot in the forehead and ran directly to find Kagaya crying. Lin Luo smiled slightly and glanced at the meatball suspended in the air next to him. Although Succubus Queen is indeed unreliable, this fetal movement is also an urgent problem that needs to be solved. Which emotion suits you? Forget it, think about it later when you are free. Green Goblin comes out. Lin Luo shook his head, feeling that there was no need to worry about this matter for the time being, and then a dozen green tentacles stretched out from his back and began to quickly rummage through the body of the frost dragon. Quick and experienced he is. He pulled out a long sword from the spine of the frost dragon, exuding bursts of cold air. And from its dragon claws, he found a frost-white horn. Lin Luo took this sharp sword with a dragon head carved in it and carefully examined it in his hand. He praised it and said, "It's incredible. I didn't expect to be able to create a diamond-level sword. God help me." You must know that in his previous life, it took him 3 full years before he was lucky enough to obtain a diamond-level weapon, Red Lotus Falling Divine Spear. One can imagine how rare weapons of this level are. He immediately saw the properties of this artifact. Open black lens bracket Frostmourne close black lens bracket. Quality: Diamond grade, rare. Restriction level: Level 27. Restricted occupations: Melee second turn occupations. Attack power: +289. Critical hit rate: +15%. Critical damage: +20%. Attack speed: +20%. Armor break: ignores 10% of the target's physical defense. /Frost: each attack reduces the enemy's agility by 2%, lasting for 5 seconds, and can be stacked up to 15 times. Whale activate the resentment of Frost Dragon in the sword, causing hesitation effect to enemies within a radius of 5 meters. Cooling time: 1 hour. Hesitation temporarily stop attacking the target. After reading it, Lin Luo didn't hesitate at all. He directly put the previous Guardian short blade on the auction house in the game interface, and then equipped it with Frostmourne. Any second delay will make this artifact invincible. This diamond-level weapon has more than 200 attack power higher than the Guardian short blade and has a full 7 entry bonuses suitable for him. It is simply the most invincible equipment at this level. And because of the diamond quality, it is obviously killing level 35 monsters, but the level limit for the user is only level 27. This is one of the advantages of high-quality equipment, with strong attributes and low demand. In the previous life, this kind of weapon whose equipment level was limited to below level 30 had never been of diamond quality. Generally, low-level weapons are easily eliminated as their levels increase due to their poor quality. But this diamond-level Frostmourne has the value of being strengthened to the extreme. Generally speaking, in a secret realm of this level, if you can get 2 dark gold level equipment and props like I did last time, it is already very good. It seems that it is still a problem of difficulty. Lin Luo's theoretical knowledge of the quality of equipment and props that can be produced in various levels of secret realm dungeons can be said to be world-leading. Generally speaking, level 30 to 35 secret realms correspond to gold level props and equipment. The weapon in front of me is a diamond level weapon that is 2 levels higher than gold level. It was obviously beyond his knowledge base, but he understood the reason after thinking about it for a while. First of all, he passed a high-level secret realm alone. Secondly, when he was in the Holy Land in the forest, he just killed the enemies on one side and did not provoke the elves. And this time in Crying Grave, he could be said to have killed both forces. The difficulty is naturally different. Lin Luo has already figured out some tricks on how to create better props. He then picked up the frost white horn and looked at it. Open black lens bracket Frost Dragon's horn close black lens bracket. Quality: dark gold level top quality. Effect: Summons a level 35 Frost Dragon incomplete. Holy shit, summoning a level 35 boss directly. Although the state is incomplete, it's not bad. Lin Luo exclaimed. He had only seen this kind of props in the auction house in the game interface in his previous life, and they were all worth more than tens of millions of Chinese coins. Compared with ordinary monsters, boss has a richer variety of skills, is larger in size, and has thick blood. It is simply used for land reclamation and is the strongest human shield. Lin Luo then used the Green Devil to collect many valuable materials from the Frost Dragon one by one. Frost Dragon's skeleton can be added when refining equipment to improve the quality. Frost Dragon's blood can be used to refine high-quality mana recovery potion. Dragon blood. Frost Dragon's shoulder blade can use to refine shields. I understand. It turns out that the main reward in this secret realm is not the ashes of the mourner that restores the energy of the avatar, but this giant Frost Dragon. If ordinary players follow the normal plot, after assisting the Temple Legion to defeat these necromancers of the witch cult, they will probably be able to obtain part of the materials on the Frost Dragon and part of the ashes of the mourner. After the other stand-ins had collected the trophies, Lin Luo was still busy removing the bones from the Frost Dragon. Because this dragon is too big, although some of the bones are of poor quality, Lin Luo is still unwilling to give up. After all, he was afraid of poverty when he was a child. After everything is processed, the relatively good gains in this secret realm are as follows. High-quality blood recovery potion, silver level, rare X8. High-quality magic replenishing potion, silver level, rare X15. Death coil magic scroll consumption, silver level, rare X8. Lethal ray magic scroll consumption, silver level, rare X5. Return of the dead magic scroll consumption, silver level, top quality X3. Ashes of the deceased, gold level, top quality X10. Crystal staff of the death curse, gold level, rare. Restricted occupations. Second turn mage occupations. Magic book of the dead, silver level, rare X5. Restricted occupations. Second turn mage occupations. Witch cult intermediate robe, silver level, rare X2. Witch cult intermediate magic hat, silver level, normal X6. Blessing of the desire witch, gold level, excellent. Common to all professions. Wedding dress of the lich bride, dark gold level, rare. Restricted occupations. Second turn mage occupations. Open black lens bracket brass coin close black lens bracket X 589. Open black lens bracket silver coin close black lens bracket X 350. Open black lens bracket gold coin close black lens bracket X 270. After Lin Luo counted the loot, he nodded with satisfaction. In general, excluding the energy consumed this time, the net benefit was more than Holy Land in the forest, but it also took longer. Before leaving the dungeon, he looked back at the lich bride who had lifted her red hijab, and saw the astonishment before death on her beautiful and pale face. Next time, don't even think about fishing. When I am free one day, I will supervise you to refine the ashes of the deceased for me. You don't want to go anywhere. It was evening at this time, and Hangzhou seemed a little darker in the white fog. A huge alien hunter was holding a giant locust in its mouth, slowly devouring it. Its long and narrow head suddenly moved slightly, and a more alluring figure appeared at its feet. Hey, rush to the street. Get out of here. Alien hunter's not very smart brain instantly became excited when he heard this voice. Humanity. This is the most delicious food in the fog, and it seems like it has not eaten it for 2 days. It instantly dropped the body of the giant locust and its sickle-like arms slashed down instantly. You're so annoying. Get out of here. The forelimbs of the alien hunter were instantly grabbed, and then an unimaginable force threw it directly. After a burst of clouds and fog, it directly hit the wall of a store. Squeak, squeak. Alien hunter was completely angry now. It didn't expect that the food would actually resist. Its body instantly ejected and rushed towards the tiny figure in the mist again at an incredible speed. Hey, you street kid. Why are you in such a hurry to reincarnate? Thunder Lord, help me. Just when this alien hunter was about to approach the food in its eyes, a bolt of thunder instantly struck its head, and then the sound of thunder rang out. Lu Yu glanced at the huge insect corpse on the ground that was scorched by electricity in disgust, and quickly came to a silver secret realm. Lao Yu didn't lie to me. The secret place to gain energy is indeed here. Let's go in and take a look before deciding whether we need a strategy. He reached out and touched the silver wall, but the next moment, his expression changed. What? It has been swiped by someone. Black Emperor. Damn. After Lu Yu separated from Yu Taiji and others, he first went to clean up an energy secret realm assigned to him, and then rushed to a nearby secret realm whose ownership was not confirmed. I saw lines of writing displayed on the silver light screen. Player who cleared the level, Black Emperor. Time taken to clear the level, 4 hours and 11 minutes. Secret realm refresh time, 23 hours and 51 minutes remaining. Lu Yu gritted his teeth and said, Black Emperor, it's you again. I didn't want to trouble you so early, but now it seems that you are going to come to my door. After scolding him for a few words, he calmed down a little, but it just so happens that after I subdue you, I can have a good talk with Lao Yu. It's almost 5 o'clock. It takes so long to clear the secret realm. After Lin Luo came out, he casually had dinner on the way, and then hurried to another secret place, Holy Land in the forest. By the time Holy Land in the forest was finished, it was already around 9 o'clock in the evening. He looked at the building of the Inspectorate Bureau standing in the fog and said to himself, this is the last person on the hunting list. Guo Dao, you are lucky to be here, but you can bring me a little, it's troublesome. Lao Qi, let's do it and summon the Zerg to attack this place. The Lord of Prayer didn't say much and directly activated the power of the Book of Wishes. Soon, a large number of low-level Zerg rushed out of the fog behind the few people. These insects turned a blind eye to Lin Luo and others, and directly made bursts of insect sounds and swarmed towards the Inspectorate building. Soon, screams and gunshots rang out at the same time. Lin Luo watched this scene quietly. He suddenly felt that the target began to move towards the second floor, and then jumped directly from the second floor. Interesting. Lao Qi, the target is out. Let the Zerg stop and get back. After he finished speaking, he flashed and rushed towards Guo Dao's position. Soon, Lin Luo saw Guo Dao, an ordinary young man. But the strange thing is that after the other party saw him, his face actually showed a hint of helplessness and relief, as if he had been waiting for him for a long time. You're really here. Lin Luo frowned slightly when he heard this, and the two substitutes beside him slowly took a step forward at the same time, vaguely protecting him. What do you mean? You knew I was coming. Yes, my talent can predict your arrival, but I really don't know where I offended you. Guo Dao smiled bitterly and sat down on the ground, seemingly giving up resistance completely. Precognition. What a great talent. Lin Luo's eyes brightened. It seemed that the last person on the hunting list would bring him a perfect ending. You think my talent is good? No, I think my talent is cursed. After Guo Dao shook his head, he looked enviously at the beautiful girl next to Lin Luo. Your substitute is more beautiful than I imagined. Much better than my substitute. It's really good. Maybe this is just a nightmare. I'm tired. Just do it. This was Lin Luo's first time encountering this situation. After a slight hesitation, in order to prevent fraud, he let Black Emperor kill him. Your S-level talent Plunder is activated. Please choose one of the 4 target attribute values, talent effects, skill effects, and soul power to plunder. A familiar voice rang in my ears. This also made Lin Luo put down his final vigilance. After all, he has a talent for predicting, so there is absolutely nothing wrong with being cautious. Talent effect. With his choice, a brand new power was quickly injected into his body. Check the talent. Open black lens bracket simulating the future, close black lens bracket. Level. S can grow. Effect. Using the host's subjective decision and choice, text simulation of the future is performed in Future Diary. Cooling time. No cooling time. After Lin Luo saw the effect of his talent, he immediately understood that this talent did not exist independently. Instead, it needed to rely on a substitute, so a new substitute was directly summoned. This is a diary that is no different from an ordinary notebook. The blue cover has the words, Lin Luo, written on it. When you open it, there is nothing inside. Stand in. Future Diary. Level. S level. Strength. 0-10 for normal people. Agility. 0. Intelligence. Defense. 1. HP. 500. Energy. 200. Energy recovery speed. 1 point per hour. Growth. 170. Action distance. 0 meters. Carrying the future, the deduced future can be presented in the form of text in the diary, which can only be viewed by the host. Consumption. 1. To deduce the future within 1 day, consume 1 energy point at a time. To deduce the future within 2 days, consume 2 energy points at a time. To deduce the future within 3 days, consume 4 energy points at a time. To deduce the farther future, each time for 1 more day, the energy consumption is multiplied by 2 times. 2. The basic consumption only displays the most important events in the deduced future. It is necessary to display the details of the deduced future, and the energy consumption is doubled. Cooldown. No cooldown time. After Lin Luo carefully read the property panel of Future Diary, word by word, he planned to try it immediately when he went back. Lao Qi, let Chongzi deal with the scene. Let's go and call it a day. Go back early. Tomorrow morning, it's time to go to the inspectorate prison. My name is Guo Dao. If there is no accident, I will die 2 days later at night. What would you do if you only had 3 days left to live? I took out all the money, then bought a king crab that I wouldn't normally eat, and tasted it. When I was a child, I was busy studying, and when I grew up, I was busy working. I have worked hard all my life and never really enjoyed it. After eating delicious food that I never dared to imagine before, I wanted to go to the club to experience it again. But when I actually arrived at the door and looked at the enthusiastic girl welcoming me at the door, I hesitated again. Yes, I have always been a person with a sinister heart but no courage. Even if he was about to die, he didn't have the guts to go in and have a good time. I'm such a useless wimp. I shook my head, turned around and went to the shopping mall counter to buy a box of fairy water for the goddess I had a crush on for a long time. I hope I can stay in her memory for a little longer after I die. Hey, Dad, it's nothing, I just miss you. I transferred tens of thousands of dollars to you. Remember to be kind to yourself in the future. You can eat whatever you want and buy whatever you want. I'm fine. Didn't I make some money recently? I hung up the phone and started to stay. Maybe you should say goodbye to your friends before leaving. But are those friends who never dated me again after they found out that I have no talent and no fighting ability, are they really my friends? Unexpectedly, before I, Guo Dao, died, there was no one worth saying goodbye to. What a failure I am. He said he still had 3 days to live. But in fact I will soon lose my freedom. Because the fog is about to close the city. Before I left for the inspectorate, I deleted all the study materials on my computer and mobile phone. Just because. Don't be afraid of being shattered into pieces, you want to leave your innocence in the world. When I got to the inspectorate, I didn't report the crime because I knew it would be pointless. The white mist arrives as expected, and the future predicted by my talent is indeed true. I started to wonder what that man looked like. What does his substitute, that beautiful girl, look like? The night of the 3rd day arrived. The monsters outside began to boil. I made a last-ditch effort and jumped off the 2nd floor. I finally met him, and it turned out that those Zerg races were also under his control. I died, and my only regret was that I didn't die by that girl's knife. Instead, he died under the punch of a man wearing black armor. My name is Guo Dao. I tried my best. I exhausted all the energy of Future Diary and still couldn't find a way to survive for myself. This talent is truly a cursed talent. Under a bright desk lamp, there is a book with a blue cover on the table. This is a very ordinary-looking diary. After opening, it is on the white paper above. Lines of text began to appear continuously. My name is Lin Luo. When you read this sentence, I will be dead. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket November 16, 2025. On the afternoon of the 4th day of the white fog closing the city. Close black lens bracket. I came to the Weeping Tomb in the secret realm again, and I met a young man who claimed to be the contemporary celestial master Lu Yu. Close black lens bracket. He started fighting with me without saying a word. Close black lens bracket. Of course I won't spoil him, but I never expected. The Black Emperor and I are no match for him. Close black lens bracket. After I was defeated, we had another argument. Close black lens bracket. In the end, I died under a thunderbolt. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. I don't want to die. I must change the outcome of this death. Close black lens bracket. Lin Luo's expression changed slightly as he looked at the lines of writing on it. I will die tomorrow afternoon. No way, he suddenly recalled just now. Before his death, Guo Dao once said that his talent was cursed. No, I won't die. Lin Luo took a deep breath and regained his composure. How could he die here in obscurity if he finally had to do it all over again? Any talent helps the host. I have never heard of talents that are harmful to people in my previous life. Who is Lu Yu? Why did he want to kill me? After Lin Luo calmed down his brain, he read the contents of Future Diary word by word again. Sure enough, there are still a lot of doubts about the information recorded in this Future Diary. Let me think about it. Celestial Master Lu Yu. I seem to have heard of this name somewhere. Wait a minute, is he the head of the civil organization Tianxi sect in the famous town of Hangzhou in the previous life? In Lin Luo's mind, he recalled the key information for a moment. I don't know him at all. There is another question. If I really fight him, how can I only summon the Black Emperor? The body of the Lord of Prayer slowly appeared in the room, and he quickly understood the seriousness of the matter. After thinking for a moment, he immediately said, Master, since you know the future in advance, why don't you try not to come here during this time? Not going. No, such a powerful talent is offered to me, how could I not go? Lin Luo doesn't care who the other party is, if he dares to attack him, he already has a way to kill him. He didn't believe that he, who was now far stronger than ordinary players, coupled with many powerful talents and substitutes, would not be able to defeat the opponent alone. Even if an SSS-level substitute comes, he won't be afraid. Escape is not his style. No matter what your future achievements may be, you are now in front of him who is reborn. Even if it's a tiger, you have to lie down for me. It's a dragon, so be patient and hold it for me. As for why Lu Yu came to kill him, it's not too late to ask Lu Yu before he dies. After Lin Luo calmed down, an evil smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Future Diary. Keep giving me simulated future. Future Diary. After feeling Lin Luo's will, he immediately started to deduce it again. My name is Lin Luo. When you read this sentence, I will be dead. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. November 16, 2025. On the afternoon of the fourth day of the white fog closing the city. Close black lens bracket. When I, who knew the future, came to the secret realm of the weeping grave again, I saw the young man appearing in the mist, and without saying a word, I summoned two substitutes. Open black lens bracket. Close black lens bracket. Wait a minute, why do I have two substitutes? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. df add %@ hash. Close black lens bracket. After the Black Emperor and the Lord of Prayer appeared together, the other party was obviously slightly surprised. Close black lens bracket. But after the next fight, the Lord of Prayer couldn't bear the desire to go beyond the limit and collapsed directly, and the Black Emperor was directly suppressed. Close black lens bracket. The thunder falling from the sky struck me to death again. Close black lens bracket. What is this? Garbled code. How so? I see. Lin Luo and Lord of Prayer looked at each other and discovered the key flaw of Future Diary at the same time. Master, it seems that Future Diary is an S-class substitute after all. When you have not summoned other substitutes, he will only make deductions based on common sense. The Lord of Prayer had an expression of surprise and relief on his face. Lin Luo also nodded, feeling that Lao Qi's explanation was more reasonable. Generally speaking, each player has only one talent and one stand. His situation has never been heard of even in the future. And as Lao Qi said, S-class substitutes are only S-class after all. Although they are precognitive, they are also based on common sense. Unfortunately, Lin Luo cannot calculate based on common sense. After thinking about the key, with a thought, he summoned all the substitutes, and the small room instantly became crowded. Master, it's so late, do you miss Meyer? Do you need Meyer to transform? The little loli showed a shy expression as soon as she appeared, but if the mistress finds out, she won't be angry, right? Lin Luo couldn't help but cover his forehead when he saw the troublemaker. Mayor, can you look around you? Queen Succubus then realized that Lin Luo had not summoned him alone, but summoned all the substitutes. She immediately said a little cutely, Master, do you need so many people to sleep with you? Lin Luo ignored her and turned back to activate his talent, simulating the future again. Paragraphs of text immediately appeared on the future diary again. My name is Lin Luo. When you read this sentence, I will be dead. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket November 16, 2025. On the afternoon of the fourth day of the white fog closing the city. Close black lens bracket. When I, knowing the future, came to the secret realm of the weeping grave again, I decided to go all out and add a sneak attack. Open black lens bracket. Close black lens bracket. Wait a minute, why do I have 5 substitutes? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket 45 yen hash, percent ARAF, and AZDF. Close black lens bracket. As expected, garbled characters appeared again on future diary. Obviously Lin Luo's situation was beyond its understanding, but it soon returned to normal again, and new lines of text appeared. And this result made his pupils shrink slightly. The opponent is the strongest enemy I have encountered so far since my rebirth. I knew that if I didn't try my best, I would die. Close black lens bracket. So I directly fused the Black Emperor and Kaguya, and launched an attack with the skills of the Succubus Queen, as well as the control of the Lord of Prayer and the Green Goblin. Close black lens bracket. After a hard fight, close black lens bracket, I still lost. 5 substitutes plus 5 talents were still no match for the young heavenly master Lu Yu. Close black lens bracket. Even if I finally exploded with the strength that belongs to the dungeon, I still died under the thunder from the sky. Close black lens bracket. The opponent's substitute and talent are too strong. Close black lens bracket. However, I am not without gains. I understand, his substitute and talent level are definitely. Open black lens bracket the scariest SSS level. Close black lens bracket. Lin Luo couldn't help but feel slightly silent when he saw this result. However, it is somewhat understandable that 5S class avatars cannot defeat an SSS class avatar. After all, there is only a 1 in 10 million chance of being able to give birth to a terrifying talent of this level. Which SSS level talent in the past life was developed and became a dragon among men, an invincible existence. If 5S levels can defeat one SSS level, then this level is worthless. Lin Luo sighed softly, Black Emperor, come on, punch me hard on the head. The Black Emperor, standing behind him, did not hesitate and punched him in the head with all his strength. Along with the huge sound of fists, a terrifying pressure appeared in the room. Savior directly stretched out his hand to block Black Emperor's attack. With his appearance, the room became more crowded, and Kaguya Princess and Succubus Queen could only lie down on the bed for the time being. However, Lin Luo didn't have time to worry about so much. He immediately activated his talent, simulating the future again. If it still failed, he would have to avoid the edge temporarily. Soon, lines of writing appeared faithfully on the future diary again. My name is Lin Luo. When you read this sentence, I will be dead. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket November 16, 2025. On the afternoon of the 4th day of the white fog closing the city. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Close black lens bracket. Wait a minute, I actually have 6 substitutes. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket 4 hash and asterisk, plus JEF, and A asterisk Z1F. Close black lens bracket. With the addition of the Savior, plus a large supply of energy. This time I felt a little more relaxed about the battle with Heavenly Master Lu Yu. But soon the opponent seemed to make up his mind and also activated some kind of trump card. This time I did not die under the thunder, but my heart was crushed and I died. Close black lens bracket. For the first time, I feel how powerful and unsurpassable the SSS level avatar is. Close black lens bracket. I can't help but doubt myself. Is there really no other way? Close black lens bracket. Lin Luo was a little silent when he saw the result. Did he really want to retreat temporarily? No, I still have a substitute, although the form is uncertain. Lao Chi, I need to know which emotion-born substitute to choose and what tactics to use to completely defeat Lu Yu. The Lord of Prayer understands that his master has placed his last hope on the Book of Wishes and the new substitute who has not been born. He immediately said no more and gently turned over the Book of Wishes in his hand, and a burst of dazzling light suddenly erupted from it. The Lord of Prayer showed a hint of silence on his face. This wish actually came true at the cost of only 20 energy points. He immediately smiled and talked to Lin Luo. After Lin Luo heard this strategy to defeat Lu Yu, his face suddenly showed joy, and he directly summoned the last substitute meatball fetal movement and then activated his talent simulating the future again. My name is Lin Luo. When you read this sentence, I will be dead. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Close black lens bracket. Wait a minute, I actually have 7 substitutes. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket plus %#1DFADRS. Close black lens bracket. My name is Lin Luo. When you read this sentence, I am still alive. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. November 16, 2025. On the afternoon of the 4th day of the white fog closing the city. Close black lens bracket. I did not choose a sneak attack, but chose to fight Lu Yu openly. Close black lens bracket. Although he is far more powerful than the average SSS level talent awakener. Not only can he predict danger, but he also has a terrifying item that is suspected to be a holy level. He is worthy of being the leader of a force. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. But I'm not worried. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Just because. Close black lens bracket. I already have a sure way to win. Close black lens bracket. When Lu Yu summoned the substitute, I did not hesitate to choose emotions as the source of incubation for fetal movement. Close black lens bracket. With this huge emotion, my 8th substitute ***** was finally born. Close black lens bracket. This time, I won the battle. But the only regret is that Lu Yu, the turtle son, escaped. The time limit for my fusion has expired. If I continue to pursue it, the outcome may be uncertain. Close black lens bracket. I didn't ask him why he came to kill me, but I got an unexpected huge gain. The item in his hand was indeed holy. Close black lens bracket. Although this battle consumed a lot of stored energy, compared to this final gain. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. I know it's all worth it. Close black lens bracket. Having learned the result in advance, I have already begun to look forward to this battle. Close black lens bracket. Lin Luo saw this result and confirmed that the Book of Wishes had indeed fulfilled his wish. And this strategy to defeat Lu Yu is indeed not difficult. The only difficulty is which emotion to choose as the source of incubation for the substitute fetal movement. After thinking for a while, a cold light flashed in his eyes. Lao Qi, can you find a way to kill Lu Yu this time? After all, if you can kill Lu Yu completely and seize the opponent's SSS level talent, it will be a once and for all solution. Even if you add more energy, you will definitely make a profit. The Lord of Prayer heard this and opened the Book of Wishes. After carefully sensing it, he shook his head helplessly. Master. No, this wish will make me collapse. Lin Luo's eyes flashed with an expected look. It seemed that his substitutes were still a little lower in level after all. It was okay to defeat the opponent, but it was not that simple to completely save his life. Lu Yu's talent is related to the truth behind the global game, the secret of the disappearance of the Chinese court, and the unfolding of the true world view of this book. It is not comparable to ordinary SSS level talents. Many ordinary SSS level talents are very biased. When you meet the protagonist, you have already been killed. You will understand when you see the panel of Lu Yu's stand-in at the back. And judging from the records in Future Diary, this Lu Yu not only has SSS level talent, but also has other extraordinary abilities. Perhaps from the trophy obtained after defeating Lu Yu, some of his secrets can be obtained. Okay, everyone, please go to bed early. See you tomorrow. After Lin Luo cleared his mind, he stood up, clapped his hands gently, smiled and said goodbye to several stand-ins. Master, aren't you going to keep Meyer for the night? After several substitutes resigned one after another. Succubus Queen did not disappear immediately, but slowly transformed into the form of a tall purple-haired queen. She lay on her side on the bed, and Loli's clothes could only cover the key parts due to the change in her body shape. I saw that her white rabbit was slightly exposed, her breath was like blue, and she wanted to refuse but returned to greet him. Master, don't worry, I won't tell the mistress. Lin Luo swallowed a mouthful of saliva and shook his head speechlessly. Go back quickly. There will be a big battle tomorrow. If being tired today affects the result tomorrow, I will not spank you hard. Master, what do you want to use? After Succubus Queen transformed into a form, her character became obviously more aggressive, and she looked at him provocatively. Lin Luo waved his hand helplessly and forcefully recalled her before lying back on the bed. It was just the lingering body scent of the two women on the bed that still kept him from calming down for a while. I take back what I just said. It is true that some substitutes can harm their masters. It's really outrageous. Fortunately, it was me who was able to subdue this vixen. If we change to a host with a less determined will, I'm afraid it will be drained completely, right? It's really, one more look and it will explode. Get closer and you'll melt. Damn it, I can't sleep right now, so I have to go out and kill a few bedbugs to calm down. As morning comes, although there was still white mist outside the window, it was slightly brighter. After Lin Luo washed up and ate some breakfast, he went directly downstairs and summoned the Lord of Prayer to drive. As the engine started, the Audi A4 quickly disappeared into the white mist. The Supervisory Bureau prison is located in a suburb of Hangzhou and covers a vast area. At this time, due to the white fog sealing the city, all detainees stopped going out for exercise. However, the armed forces here are relatively strong, and there are not many casualties. Lin Luo came directly to the prison gate just like when he came to visit his brother before. Different from usual, today there are only 2 police inspectors with guns and ammunition hiding in the security room. They were all shocked when they saw Lin Luo walking out of the fog. 2 officers, I'm here to visit the prison. I made an appointment. Lin Luo patted the window, took out his identification materials, and waved them in the air. There was obvious fright on the faces of the 2 police inspectors. It was obvious that a person walking out of the mist was more frightening than any monster appearing. One of the police inspectors calmed down for a moment, then quickly walked over, opened the window, and shouted in a low voice, "Didn't the official issue a notice asking you all to stay at home? It's so dangerous outside, why are you still there? Come out." "It's okay. Thank you for your concern, Inspector. Those bugs in the fog are no match for me," Lin Luo explained with a smile while summoning the 2-meter-high Black Emperor. Then in order to prove his words, he asked Black Emperor to catch a giant locust from the fog. The police inspector looked at the powerful figure in front of him, covered in pitch-black armor. He casually held a struggling giant locust in his hand, as if he were holding a wild dog. He was shocked for a moment and was speechless for a long time. "Little brother, is this your substitute?" Another police inspector who seemed to be slightly older also walked over with a curious look on his face. Lin Luo smiled and nodded. "Yes. Police officers, can you open the door for me now? I have something important to see my brother." After hearing this, the police inspector showed a troubled look on his face. "Little brother, you also know that the situation is special now. Our prison has been closed and cannot be visited. Come back when the fog dissipates." However, Lin Luo was not surprised by this situation. He had already predicted it by clearing future diary in advance, and used the power of Book of Wishes to get a way in. He said calmly, "Let's do this, 2 police officers. Please contact your leaders and tell me that I can help you clean up the monsters wandering in the prison. The condition is that you let me go in to visit. Is it okay to handle special cases?" The 2 police inspectors did not expect that this young man not only did not leave, but also made an offer that they might not be able to refuse. They stepped back and chatted quietly. "What should we do? A large number of Zerg monsters have indeed entered the prison playground. Although we have cleaned them up, we cannot kill them all. Instead, several colleagues have been injured. We can't decide on this matter, so we should contact the higher authorities." They looked at each other. One of them asked Lin Luo to wait, and the other directly contacted the prison leader through a special contact method. Lin Luo waited outside for a moment leisurely, and then saw the older police inspector inviting him in with a smile on his face. "Our leader agrees, please come in with me." Along the way, the police inspector briefly talked to Lin Luo about the current situation in the inspectorate prison. Due to advance notification and preparation, no one died. Just because they don't know enough about the monsters in the fog, several police inspectors were injured during the cleanup, so they are now in a state of laissez-faire. But last night, a powerful Zerg monster broke into the prison, although there were no casualties. But it also attracted the attention of the police inspectors. In order to prevent this situation from happening again, they gathered together for a meeting early in the morning. Now, with the addition of Lin Luo, disaster management may be easier. With the cooperation of the Inspectorate of Prisons. Soon, Lin Luo saw his brother Zhou Shengdong in the reception room through the transparent glass. He looked at the young man in front of him with a resolute face and a slightly haggard expression, who was looking at him worriedly, but the thousands of words in his heart could only be condensed into one sentence. Brother, long time no see. There was undisguised nervousness and concern on Zhou Shengdong's face, and his familiar and eager voice came directly through the microphone. Lin Luo, why are you here? There are man-eating monsters outside now. Lin Luo pursed his lips slightly when he heard the worried tone. His eyes were hot, as if something was about to burst out. He forced a smile, then sniffed and choked. Brother, you don't have to worry about me, because no one can bully us anymore. Zhou Shengdong was stunned for a moment. He always felt that his brother's state today seemed a bit strange. He hurriedly said anxiously, Lin Luo, tell me, did you suffer any grievances outside? Don't be afraid. Wait until brother comes out. Halfway through his words, his tone dropped, and a look of despair appeared on his face. Yes, although he wanted to help his brother, he couldn't even go out. No, Zhou Shengdong suddenly recalled that the warden had talked to him alone last night. If he agreed to the other party's conditions, maybe he would be able to get out soon. When he thought of this, hope rekindled in his eyes and his voice became louder. Lin Luo, don't be afraid, I have already thought of a way. No matter who bullies you, I will definitely seek justice for you. Quote. Lin Luo looked at his excited brother and couldn't help but raise the corner of his mouth. His brother had always been like this, not thinking about himself at all and always putting him first. It's great to be reborn. In this life, no one can bully them anymore. Lin Luo said, Brother, no one outside can bully me now. I came here to bring you a gift. With it, you may be able to come out soon. Zhou Shengdong glanced at him suspiciously and was about to speak when he suddenly felt someone pat him on the back. An unimaginable force surged into his body instantly. He suddenly covered his chest and curled up. Several police inspectors in the prison saw the Black Emperor suddenly appearing behind the prisoner, and nervously raised their guns, but soon the Black Emperor disappeared in front of their eyes. What did you just do? Tell the truth. Hands up. Several police inspectors were obviously nervous about this supernatural scene. They pointed their guns at Lin Luo and yelled at him in low voices. Lin Luo was not nervous when facing the black muzzle of the gun. Instead, he smiled calmly and said, Don't be nervous, everyone. I'm just sending something to my brother, but it will disappear as soon as it touches the human body. It's not dangerous. There shouldn't be any violations regarding the items, right? The police inspector who brought him in was a little calmer than everyone else at this time. He said loudly, Calm down, everyone, this little brother is here to help us. He has already told the warden about his matter. He is not our enemy. When everyone saw what he said, their expressions softened a little. But the next moment, a hoarse low roar was heard inside the glass. Ah! I saw Zhou Shengdong's body and the surrounding ground burning with red flames. Then a knight wearing silver armor, holding a spear and shield jumped out of it. Red Lotus Knight, is this my substitute? Zhou Shengdong felt that the raging power in his body slowly calmed down, and he immediately turned around to look at this heroic knight suspended in the air. Lin Luo saw this handsome stand-in and felt happy for his brother from the bottom of his heart. Brother, with his help, you will definitely be able to perform meritorious service in prison and get a reduced sentence. After Zhou Shengdong took back the substitute, he was not happy, but said anxiously, Lin Luo, what did you use on me just now? Why did my talent level increase? Why don't you keep such a precious thing for yourself? Lin Luo smiled and comforted. Brother, don't worry, I still have this thing. Real. After Lin Luo followed the older police inspector, the police inspectors who had just been watching suddenly exploded. Damn it, what did that young man do? How did he upgrade his brother's talent from a level to S level all of a sudden? People with S level talents are now the country's key training personnel. Even detainees can get reduced sentences as long as they are willing to contribute. This week Shengdong has a good brother. Unlike my brother, who can only waste the family. Alas, people are better than others. So annoying. Are those two people in armor who appeared and disappeared like ghosts the same as the stand-ins? It's incredible. I've only seen them online before, but I didn't expect to see them in person today. It was just a one-time thing. I saw two stand-ins. Can the talent level be improved? Is it too late for me to catch up and get his contact information now? Did you hear that the man who came to visit the prison said that he still has this kind of thing that can improve talents? I have to go to him to buy some. Hey, why are you running so fast? Wait for me and let's go find him together. Information currently available to the public. Role: Zhou Shengdong. Positioning: Brother Lin Luo. Talent: Red Bold. Grade: S. Effect: for every 3% of the host's maximum health reduced, it will gain 1% damage reduction effect. Stand-in: Red Lotus Knight. Level: S level. Strength: 170, 10 for normal people. Agility: 140. Intelligence: 50. Defense: 150. HP: 6000. Energy: 90. Energy recovery speed: 1 point per hour. Growth: 100. Action distance: 15 meters. Red Lotus Shield. Activate Red Lotus Power to increase defense by 60 points and consume 1 point of energy every minute. Red Lotus Spear. Activate Red Lotus Power to attack with 50 points of burning damage, consuming 1 point of energy every minute. The scene that just happened in the visiting room was being monitored and appeared on a screen. Warden Duan Qingfeng was sitting in his office. After watching the surveillance video, a smile appeared on his lips. Incredible, really incredible. What method did he use to actually improve Zhou Shengdong's talent to S level? It seems that this young man is great. After he helps clean up those monsters, invite him over to have a chat. If he wants to help his brother reduce his sentence, it's not impossible. When he thought of this, the smile on his face became even stronger. Then, he reached out and took out a cigarette from the cigarette case, lit it, put it in his mouth and took a nice puff. Then he took out a thick stack of silver things from his arms and placed them gently on the table. If Lin Luo were here, he would immediately be able to tell that these are all single lottery tickets on the Wheel of Fortune. Single draw coupons on the Wheel of Destiny now in the auction house on the game interface, each one is worth at least 300,000 Chinese coins. Now he can easily get hundreds of them from prisoners a day, which is much better than taking risks to get other people's money. However, Duan Qingfeng was not selling these single lottery tickets on the Wheel of Fortune for money, but was planning to give them all to his son. Having been an official all his life, he naturally clearly realized that the future was an era where strength was the most important thing. I hope these silver lottery tickets can help his son win at the starting line. There are still 7, to make up for 500. When this fog clears, I will give them all to my son. Duan Qingfeng puffed away the smoke while reaching out and tapping the table lightly. These 493 single lottery tickets on the Wheel of Destiny were obtained by him from the criminals who went to clear the secret realm Tower of Babel in the prison in the past 2 days. Correct. If you want to clear the secret realm to improve your strength or buy equipment to sell for money, you must directly exchange the Destiny fragments obtained into Fate Roulette single draw coupons and hand them over to him. Anyway, he was going to be transferred soon, so it was a good time to make a profit before leaving. And once these things are used, they cannot be recovered at all. It was also impossible to define value. For him who knew the law well, he took advantage of this loophole perfectly. Whatever the law is, you can do it. And this sudden heavy fog completely cut off contact with the outside world, which just fueled his ambition and made him exploit the prisoners even more unbridled. Just because of now. In this prison, he is the Earth Emperor. After Lin Luo visited the prison, he helped the prison clean up some wandering monsters as agreed. When he was about to leave, he saw the police inspector who had been following him suddenly said, "Lin Luo, our warden wants to see you. He has a way to help your brother." Had an expected look on his face. Now the entire prison of the Supervisory Bureau is isolated and helpless in the vast white fog. They don't know when the fog will disappear, so when they meet a powerful foreign aide like him, there is no way they will let go. The fish is hooked. He quickly followed the police inspector to the third floor of an office building, then pushed the door open and walked into a simple office alone. All he saw was a fat man in police uniform standing behind the desk, greeting him with a smile. It's true that a hero comes from a boy. Lin Luo, right, please sit down. My name is Duan Qingfang, I am the person in charge of this prison. At his signal, Lin Luo sat across from him without any stage fright, and said straight to the point, "Hello, Uncle Duan, do you need my help with anything you came to see me for?" The surprised look in Duan Qingfang's eyes flashed away, and then he laughed. However, he did not answer the question directly, but asked, "Lin Luo, do you know what is going on with your brother's case?" Lin Luo frowned slightly when he heard this. "What do you mean? Is there something hidden behind my brother's case?" After his brother came out in his previous life, he didn't talk about the specific details of the case. He didn't want to mention his brother's sadness, so naturally he wouldn't ask more questions. Duan Qingfeng's smile faded slightly, and his tone became a little more serious. "What kind of case can be sentenced to 15 years? Your brother is also a poor man, he was just used as a gun." Lin Luo narrowed his eyes slightly, and a dangerous look flashed through him. "Uncle Duan, can you tell me in detail? In return, I can help you clean up some more monsters." "Clean up the monsters? There's no need. Anyway, these monsters will be cleared sooner or later." Duan Qingfeng leaned back on the chair behind him, tapped the table gently with one hand, looked at him with a piercing gaze, and said in an intriguing voice, "I just watched the scene where your brother's substitute awakened through the surveillance system." One scene. Lin Luo instantly understood the meaning of the warden's words. He actually had such a big appetite and wanted his SSS-level Spirit Ascension Crystal. After he figured it out, a playful smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. "Uncle Duan, the inside story you told me is probably not worth the price. If you don't tell me, I can find out myself." Oh, Duan Qingfeng didn't expect this young man to be so difficult to handle, so he could only throw out the second bait. "What about commuting your brother's sentence?" Lin Luo's eyes narrowed. This was an offer he couldn't refuse. Although he is now fully capable of taking his brother away by force, based on his understanding of his brother will definitely not agree. Therefore, it is best to use legitimate means to help my brother get a reduced sentence. Duan Qingfeng saw the change in the young man's expression and immediately knew that he had caught his weakness, so he continued, "As long as you give me something that can awaken the substitute, anything can be discussed." Lin Luo's somewhat solemn face suddenly showed a smile. "That's easy to say. But Uncle Duan, why don't you tell me the hidden story behind my brother's case first?" Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.